going to attempt to take over the early game.
Yeah, well, he's going to need to because, like you say, very squishy roster, certainly a lot of poke and a lot of control in the mid game, but they need to get there. Let's see if they can. SANDBOX fans are very enthusiastic here today. So we have a look at the skybox once again. No one doing anything crazy, just the 5-point defense system here for both teams. As Smeb is letting us know about, of course, the final game of the first round robin will be that telecom war between SKT and KT Rolster. Summon has gone into the Klepto, so it is likely going to be more of that AP style of Kenny.
Yep. Opening with Doran's ring, though. Or Doran's blade, I'm sorry.
Looks like we're going to start with an invade, so already OnFleek wanting to get some early vision, making sure that they know exactly where score is going to be pathing. Okay, so
BDD.
Found BDD, yeah. Talia just wants to get towards the wall so she can start surfing. Does so pretty comfortably. Not going to lose too much health from that one either, but just testing the waters here on both sides. Summit's going to head towards the top side, see whether he can bully.
Kane going to be solo starting the Raptor count.
Kane loves chickens.
Yep.
He is real good at killing those particular camps.
Wasting a little bit of HP, though, by not kiting it completely and just letting the Talisman do the burn with the second Q.
Shadow Step, though, means that...
he does heal back up.
Yeah, he's pretty comfortable. As we're already fighting here towards the bottom side, Aftershock there from SnowFlower will wear off, as Ghost is already down to 50% health, and that is what this lane can do. If the Dredge line lands early, it doesn't do quite as much damage as it did on 9/11. However, you're still locked up, and there's a Kalista.
Yep. Okay, now transitioning into the Golems, and then he will
have level 3.
Either look for a gank in top lane, depending on what the positioning is of the Renekton and the Kennen, as he will have level 3 available. This is a gankable lane state with how forward Renekton's actually playing, and it seems like OnFleek recognizes that, even abandons the Golems pretty early, so
yeah,
he's going to come in here, he's going to chunk him out.
Gonna have to be careful, actually doesn't land the Q. Smeb gets himself in there, but this seismic shove, solo kill attempt by BDD. Dove has to flash by himself in the mid lane, and that is fantastic news for KT Rolster.
And so now Prey's on the right-hand side of the map. Look at the amount of attention that is being drawn by OnFleek. Now the blue is looking to be stolen away here by KT.
They should be able to do it. That Ghost Poro is, of course, KT's. So no worries there. SANDBOX, no information as OnFleek. He had to run tail between his legs. He's only done 3 camps so far. And he's now just looking to try and pressure BDD, but you can see BDD just doesn't care.
Yeah, this game is not starting off so hot for SANDBOX. Sejuani is going to be really far ahead. Both Scuttle Crabs and 3-buffing the enemy jungler. And that's not what's supposed to happen in this matchup. Kane is so much more mobile and fast than Sed. He's supposed to be able to blitz around her, and as long as the laners have priority, she doesn't really get to play the game.
Well, when you're talking about priority, basically 0 of it belongs to SANDBOX in the mid lane. BDD has been having his way with Dove. Bottom side of the map, you saw that was a decent exchange. The dredge line not landing onto Joker meant that they were able to trade back. Ghost is still behind by quite a bit of CS, though. And as you mentioned, this was Score being able to hard farm his own jungle, take both Rift Scuttlers and the enemy blue buff. So OnFleek was double scuttled and 3-buff. And like you say, that's not what you want, as there's no flash available from Dove. He's able to walk his way out, but I have a feeling that BDD hit another seismic shove. And he's reminding us just the caliber of talent that he is on this mid lane Talia pick.
We'll have to see what is Kane's first item is going to be. It's going to be the Red Smite with boots. And Kennen, I saw what he did there.
Yeah, that's a cheeky little stack of gold.
Yeah, he got a little gold satchel.
BDD's looking for turret plates at 5 minutes into the game. Not bad, not bad. And let's see what OnFleek can do. He does have that Skirmisher Saber like you were talking about, and now he's looking for BDD. Going to wander through this wall. and just help shove once again.
He's really trying to force the agenda here in mid lane, and it's absorbing a lot of experience. I mean, Dove just leveling up. BDD is about 5.6. OnFleek gonna level up to 5 off this, but score's already level 5. So here in game number 2, SANDBOX are actually off to a fantastic start.
I mean, score is like, what, 3 or 4 camps ahead? Something
KT's
like
off
that.
to a fantastic start.
Yeah, KT is once again off to a fantastic start. Also a very dangerous thing to start talking about, because we saw their ability to let these go. I knew you were going to say it just to try and troll everyone. Boomerang lands onto Prey, but only once, and he's going to be pretty comfy. Has picked up the Berserker's Greaves as item number 1. An understandable first pickup here is OnFleek. Doesn't have his ultimate just yet.
Hopefully we get a glimpse. Alright, 76 AD on Sejuani. Gets 8 AD.
Yeah, that's
not bad.
Longswordish.
Yeah. Talia.
I swear OnFleek only knows about the mid lane. The only lane that he thinks is gankable.
It's actually really weird too, because he keeps paying attention to this lane even in lane states that it's not awful for Zoe, and it's making me think that he wants to go Shadow Cane or something, because that's a ranged champion.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
but
buff. He has Conqueror, so you would assume that he would want to go Rost.
Perplexing. Somebody's doing a great job on the top side. You can see that the gold is basically even. It's only about 200 in it, and that has a lot to do with this cannon with his Kleptomancy as well as a slight CS advantage. Dove's going to move over here. Skull was looking to try and take this one down. He did manage to hijack himself a Ghost and takes away the Rift Scuttle. So Score's domination of the jungle is going to cease for a moment. Flip turns up. He's just going to clear out some vision here. Doesn't actually stop Score's back or anything like that. And Ghost has managed to stabilize somewhat here towards the bottom side. Good slow comes in from Prey as OnFleek looking for more. Boomerang Blade comes out. Slow comes in onto SnowFlower as they turn the dredge line. Joker's not going to have the you and me, and that's going to be first blood. The flash away as well, and I don't know what the heck Joker was doing. Why jump out? We'll have to see that again to see what exactly went wrong.
Alice pinched me. Am I awake right now?
You were telling me that you were struggling with some insomnia. So
I
could imagine that, yes, you
this
are
past
awake.
Week,
I mean,
it is quite
chances are you're going to be awake.
Maybe I'm in a coma now or something. Maybe that's what, this is all some sick joke.
It's like the Twilight Zone type situation.
This is really the Twilight Zone.
Seismic Shove going to miss. It's one of the first that's missed. BDD feeling some performance anxiety maybe. Needed to land that one in order to get Score to jump in. Did have Flash available, did Dove though, so that's fine.
Let's take a look at this replay one more time. So we have a Shadow Stepless Kane running in here as fast as he possibly can. And then, for some unholy reason, the cat decided she wanted to die.
Yeah, that's
Who let the cat out of the bag?
Well, that is going to be Slicing Maelstrom trying to answer, but Smeb all too easily. The Ruthless Predator to start it all off. Fantastic stuff from the top laner of KT. Solo kill onto Summit is not something a lot of people were expecting, and KT continue it by stealing away the blue buff. KT's angry.
KT is looking for some action now down in bottom lane, and is Ghost and Joker just actually going to run right into it? Oh my god.
Okay.
They're sniffing it out. They're sniffing it out. I actually think this is an error on Prey's part. Why would he kite that close towards the top left
Great
angle?
Spell shield from Ghost.
Yeah.
Denies the ult. You and me is going to get them back in there. 4 members down as our Dove was portal jumping to get some vision. They'll take 2 turret plates. Can they get more? There's a huge mini wave. Boomerang Blade does get into position. There's the beach ball. Not going to find any joy as far as kills or anything like that. Prowling Projectile just to try and soften up the Nautilus. They lose a lot of turret plates, though, and KT making good aggressive moves in the early game.
We'll take another quick look at this replay, how the solo kill ends up transpiring.
Yeah, this is the start of the situation.
Yeah.
Summit had to flash, and then Smeb just gets the return.
He sneaks right in. And the surprising thing, though, is that Summit knew that it was coming.
Yeah, he was just greeting. for these extra minutes. So it feels bad, man. As is that, OnFleek getting bullied out of his river by Score, who just starts up Shelly, and I just don't know whether OnFleek can do anything about it whatsoever. This is a Cinderhulk.
He's almost level 8, and Score's level 6.
Okay, so at least OnFleek has been able to power farm the rest of his jungle, but the item advantage is most certainly in favor of Score. Okay, will OnFleek actually check? He's back. So no, the answer is...
Well, he doesn't have Smite.
All right. Okay. No worries. Warrior Enchant now going to be completed. So at least now item parity between the Kayn and the Sejuani. Gold lead still 1,000 in favor of KT, but that's going to extend now that Shelly has been thrown down at 11 minutes in. We're looking to break open the outer turret in the mid lane very, very early. Smeb's rotating over. SnowFlower's going to get here as well. Demolish procs aplenty in the mid lane, and it'll be down to one last plate remaining. B2D not going to get dissuaded by Summit turning up. Slicing Maelstrom's back off cooldown, but Flash is not.
Now KT turning their attention towards the Mountain Drake.
And so, how do we have to change our expectations? Because right now,
yeah, this is really weird. We're in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, if there's like most other teams, they get to a situation like this where they're Infernal Mountain Drake for free. They grab Shelly really early. Yep. They've got all of this extra global gold, close to a 2,000 gold lead at this stage. But because it's KT,
yeah. How excited are you?
Well, I mean, I'm not. I'm nervous. Because I don't know what I'm supposed to think. I don't know what the expectation's supposed to be if the game is in this state when it's KT.
Well, if last game was any indication,
then they're going to need a 20k gold lead.
Isn't rubber banding great? You see how Sejuani caught up?
Yeah.
That's great. What a wonderful mechanic.
Oh, the fact that Sejuani had to catch up at all is completely insane after 3-buff double scuttling.
Yeah, I mean that's...
Yeah, that's probably your point. More chickens going to go down here as OnFleek wants to grab those. Summit trying to get himself team fight ready. He's certainly not yet. Wants that dash cannon is Smeb just lying in wait. Slice, dice, ruthless predator. Summit has to be a bit careful, but Kaldameek is not going to land onto Summit, and he's able to turn things around. Sort of the life of a melee carry. Fleek's going to clear out this control ward. Smeb has to pay respect to these two members of SANDBOX. Flash forward from SnowFlower just for no reason. As B2D, he wants more. Score's going to turn up, gets into the backline. Final chapter is there though, and Dove is still alive. B2D, he flashes away from his death. There's OnFleek's going to turn up. That's an important kill going over to the Kayn. If he wants to be Shadow Kayn, that is. The Score's running piggy tail between his legs, and this could be the beginning of something for SANDBOX.
And that's a really important tempo swing that they really needed in the middle lane right now. As OnFleek, he's looking to maybe complete the Rost. Misses that slash.
Yeah, doesn't get the first Q. Going to clear out some more control wards. Shadow Step going to be back off cooldown relatively soon, but he can just use the Q to get over the wall. No worries. Sorry, use the W to get over the wall.
No big deal.
Yep. Not much of a Kayn player myself. It's weird. Actually, I don't know why I didn't play more Kayn. Seems fun, as this was SnowFlower doing a whoopsie.
SnowFlower comes forward. They just didn't really chain everything together. And the synergy or the synchronization of all of this was just not quite there on time. And so Summit did end up coming in, not really accomplishing all that much, but they got the tempo swing in mid, and it is really, really big that they did so.
Well, now also Ghost is getting some time here by himself to clear out minion waves, get themselves back into some sort of tolerable position on SANDBOX's side. The gold is now less than 2,000, but this should be out of turret finally falling in the mid lane. Dove doesn't quite have that wave clear that they want.
Yeah.
Joker's going to turn up, but a little bit too late, so can't actually offer anything back. You can see a lot of control vision around this mid lane. For KT, B2D able to get his roam on and wants to block off Summit. Score is here as well. Summit lying in wait as soon as he gets out of this brush. He is well and truly dead. B2D and Score both turn up. We're waiting for the flash before the seismic shove comes in. There it is, and it's great. B2D locks down the kill, well deserved.
End up picking up a relatively simple kill onto him. And now they're going to be able to get, I believe, the top turret as a minute and a half coming until the next Infernal Dragon. And KT should be in the driver's seat to get it.
Yep, but inside track here for SANDBOX bottom side. They have a fair bit of damage, but it is going to be out of turret falling first for KT. BDD moves back into the mid lane, and Dove can return to meet him there as well. So this should actually be relatively even between SANDBOX and KT on the next minion wave, but tempo advantage for KT most definitely.
Now at this point, Infernal coming up in 50 seconds. Looks like Summit's actually moving towards top first. Perhaps going to push out that wave.
A little bit late on the spell shield there from Ghost. Unfortunate. Good pierce to land from Prey, who does have his Blade of the Ruin King completed. Looking down at item purchases. That's a lot of stopwatches on the side of KT. They really want to find a team fight, and they want to find it in the mid game.
30 seconds until Infernal. Doesn't look like Summit will be joining. And, well, Smeb is not pathing down. We actually saw Summit make this same mistake in game number 1. You path to the major neutral to confirm.
And then teleport back to your lane.
And then teleport back to your lane. But you path to it initially to confirm absolute control around it. Even if you end up missing out a little bit inside of the lane, the upside of guaranteeing that you confirm the objective is so much more valuable.
Right now, SANDBOX do have all 5 members towards this bottom side. Siva farming in the lane. Mid lane was just cleared out and got a bit of a reset. And now, stopwatch is going to be used by Summit. That's actually super useful, as now we're looking for the Infernal Drake, but Prey's going to go golden as well. BDD locks down the kill onto the Lightning Wrap, but it is relatively late. These stopwatches are starting to get used. The Umbral Trespass takes down Prey, and now Ghost is there to save his Yuumi Smeb with the Dominus. But now he's getting kited. Culver Meek comes in. Joker pops out one more time. Smeb trying to get the work done, but it's not going to be enough. Now KT are going to have to run away. Score is so close to dying, and there is no... Oh, there is the outer turret still remaining. I tell a lie. BDD moves down. Dove so healthy. Trouble Bubble doesn't land. Prowling Projectile also. SnowFlower waiting for the dredge line. They want to get a turnaround, but it's so dangerous. These other 2 KT members are way too low.
And that was a really, really, really close call from SANDBOX.
Well, SnowFlower, he's caught out of position. He wants to get that Aftershock back available. Ghost, he's going to get rendered very quickly and into the stopwatch. It's the double kill as BDD eventually goes down, and that's not enough. Dove just didn't have anything to offer, and Summit and OnFleek were way too far away.
Yeah, OnFleek and Summit, they were on the way right there, but I'm really not sure what they were just intending to try to do.
That was so strange. Prey, of course, teleporting back in, so perhaps it was Dove not expecting that teleport to be off cooldown.
And now OnFleek behind enemy lines. All right. So can KT manage to do it again? Can they manage to get...
We need the next one. For science, we need the next Drake to be Infernal.
All right.
And it is. There we go. Thank you very much. Now the experiment can be completed in lab conditions. This was the start of the fight.
Yeah, so Prey is getting caught out here by OnFleek and Joker, and then Joker goes back inside, and we get our answer about the Kayn and Yuumi interaction. And then right there, it looks like Joker was surely going to die. Ends up managing to get to Smeb. They're kiting, but Joker's being really careful with the kiting. Also misreads the amount of damage that Smeb can dish out. And then right here, I just don't know what they're actually doing or thinking. This makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good spell shield, but then the Ignite was there, like the damage had been done. Summit's dead on the bottom side. Smeb picks it up with a Culver Meek, and they'll take a turret.
Okay.
It's a really strange game, as SnowFlower once again just throwing out an ultimate in the mid lane. Seems to be what he wants to be doing most of the time. Dove and OnFleek are spending some time on the top side of the map. They do take down an outer turret. And as you can see, Ghost is now clearing minions in mid.
BDD score now pushing the bottom lane. After this, they'll be able to fall back, get the blue buff up in the right-hand side jungle, as well as steal away the Gromp and whatnot. And it looks like Stone Plate will be the first item of choice for score.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff here. Wants to get that Warmogs afterwards, most likely. 006, he is secret agent score right now. Wants to get another assist in order to confirm James Bond status. And then we need Nazir back in the game so a Sun Turret can come up and we can just say that it's score.
OnFleek running really far back before he wants to recall. What is Summit doing?
Dying.
Okay. Anything
Well,
else?
not yet, but spoiler alert, he's gonna.
All right.
Yeah, he's dead. Just build a wall. There's an answer. Just build a wall. That's what KT are going to rely on here.
Still no Rost at 20 minutes here.
It's slow. Somewhat slow.
You know, I mean, he's trying to give Teddy a run for his money on the Sona completion.
Hey, yeah, quest
That's what
completion,
he's-
not so good.
Yeah, he's not. He may be on fleek, but he's not on time. Oh!
Oh, we're going to get it now. Who do we get? We got him.
Yeah.
No worries.
Oh, maybe he was gated.
Maybe.
By Shadow,
gated?
yeah,
Shadow
Shadow gated. Ooh, Shadow Gate. You ever play that?
No.
Okay. I don't judge you.
What kind of game was it?
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
I actually don't even know if it was a game or if it's just a false memory in my head.
Yeah, maybe it sounds like a fantasy novel.
Yeah. Let me
Shadow
tell you about
Gate.
Let me tell you about a fantasy novel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me
10
about
kills to 1. 30 Infernal Dragon. And then lose.
That's not my fantasy. That is
Yeah,
not
it's
my
actually
fantasy.
non-fiction.
No, that's
You can find that in the LOL esports mod. Alright.
Yeah, well, BDD eventually will find this Rift Scuttler as SANDBOX stop messing with him. At least the Black Cleaver is now done for OnFleek. Probably wants to get towards a Guardian Angel, but now we've got a fight potentially brewing. That's going to be the final chapter as OnFleek moves the wrong way. And a little bit of a disconnect there between the Yuumi and the Rast.
Okay. Sleepy Bubble Trouble goes out. No one's feeling sleepy today.
Nope. We're all catching it from you. The insomnia. It's going around.
Alright.
And Dove has had either pop-off games or underwhelming games on the Zoe. And so far hasn't been able to land too many of the crucial trouble bubbles.
Do you like that, Ross?
I think it's pretty cool. I kind of like the disco one. The purple and yellow one.
Oh, the, is it Cosmic or?
Yeah, I just call it disco.
Yeah. Something. It's something came.
Yeah, I feel like if you were at a roller disco and you were wearing that outfit, no
Yeah.
one would bat an eyelid.
Okay.
That's my thinking.
Banshee's Veil is the second item of choice for BDD. And it looks like Needlessly Large Rod picked up next, so he wants to go Death Cap, but that's really excessive.
Feels somewhat greedy.
Yeah, there's already enough damage on the team comp considering how squishy all the members on SANDBOX are, so you don't actually need the Death Cap, but what he might be thinking is, hey, I have 2 Infernal Drakes.
KT are all here, but they're going to lose the Inferno.
Alright, well now the score is almost balanced out.
No, but now we don't get the science. I wanted to...
It's your fault!
For science, guys! SANDBOX. Silly billies. Alright, well, I mean, it is intelligent that they took away the Infernal Drake, but we're not going to be able to see whether KT can potentially get into another position like game number 1. They do, SANDBOX have a few extra kills this time, though.
Yeah, this is the stage of the game where KT began to fall apart last time.
Yes.
So let me turn the
Different
pages.
compositions, though, right? Like, this is much more easy to execute on KT's side.
That is true.
SnowFlower just tries to start fights and presses his R button if SnowFlower gets in trouble. Score looking for the flank. They don't have a lot of vision available. Arctic Assault comes in. Yuumi caught on her own, and that is just a free kill. Speaking of which, OnFleek doing the same thing. Smeb's going to be in trouble on the back line, but double kill for BDD. That scoreline is getting real big right now. Seismic Shove goes a little bit wide, and that means another kill doesn't go over to KT, but this could just be a Baron.
That should be a Baron, almost certainly now, with the Callista and the Mountain Drake. As I can't imagine a universe where SANDBOX would actually try to stop it.
Well, the Control Ward is denying that vision that you can see in the pit from SANDBOX, and this is going to be a free Baron going over to KT. At this stage, 5,000 gold, 6,000 gold. The lead, KT are in a great position. But guys, remember, you can't be getting excited yet.
So take a look at what's happening right now. SANDBOX, they're trying to clear out vision. OnFleek doesn't realize that there's a Sejuani behind him as he actually clicked in towards the Kalista. Didn't move back in time, and thus because of that, Joker couldn't latch onto him. And then all the reactions end up being slow. Him and Joker end up going down and giving away the Baron. So it's a almost 6,000 gold lead right now with a 1 Infernal advantage for KT. But as always, they're not out of the woods yet. We saw this very, very similar lane state, or game state, in game number 1.
But were the compositions the same, right? Because we're looking at a 6,000 gold lead, and we were looking at a KT composition that straight up could not see, right? And so they had to be
and this one can
in pretty awkward positions. But yeah, we're seeing some differences as Score and OnFleek just trade some line skill shots. The BDD is just pressuring on the top side. Bottom side is being pushed in by Smeb. The 1-3-1 is working out very effectively given the extra vision control that KT had. They've done this so many times before. And Score staying in great position to avoid any potential kerfuffles with OnFleek. Ghost is able to clear out minion waves, but inner turret will fall bottom side of the map. And now the siege is on. Towards the top side already, below half health on that inhibitor turret. Feels like a war of attrition that SANDBOX just straight up cannot offer anything back to. Prey's there, he's almost towards Bloodthirster, I'm pretty sure. BF Sword is on the way to that one. Ghost wants to walk up, does have the spell shield, so at least is able to clear a siege minion. Summit, Lightning Rush is in, but on top side of the map, Final Chapter's going to get no joy whatsoever. And that's going to be Portal Jump utilized one more time. Dove going to get knocked up, but the Portal Jump was good, working in the other direction to make sure that the CC happens after the snapback. OnFleek diving forward, Umbral Trespass is in, looking for BDD. A lot of damage right now with the Yuumi on top, but he gets displaced. BDD eventually goes down, but meanwhile, Summon in the backline is doing some work, but the double kill is there from Smeb. A gigantic 5-1-1 Renekton. He's not to be underestimated, and now KT will break the base in multiple positions. They may even just win the game.
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to win the game. The death timers are way too high. And SANDBOX in a very bizarre game number 2.
Anything you can do, I can do better, I think is what SANDBOX were talking about. And unfortunately, that comes to losing games as well. So we are going to have a tied up series. KT